Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. I've picked up the Huda Beauty Easy Blur to try out. Before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. So I've been waiting on this to arrive. I don't have a Sephora. I don't know if the primer is available in store, but it's certainly not online and I didn't order direct from the Huda site. So I picked up the Easy Blur primer. I've seen a lot about this. This is right up my alley in how she has been selling it. What I hear so many people saying they either love it or hate it, and what I think that the difference is, which we will find out, is I think this is going to be more suited for people that are a bit older or have a bit of texture. If you have beautiful young skin that is flawless, you might not like this. So skin prep wise, normally, as you know, I will use an illuminating primer. Because I didn't have her primer, I actually pulled out the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas, because I just thought that that would give me the best base for this. So I colour matched, and hopefully I've got the right shade because this is a blind buy, and did not colour match in store, obviously, with the shade Creme Brulee. But let's have a look at what this says. It's got 1.5% niacinamide. It's weightless, comfortable, a buildable blur. It's a natural airbrush. See if there's anything more on the site. Okay, on the how-to it says, for the most blurred complexion, follow the 1, 2, 3 easy routine. Step 1, prime with that Easy Blur primer. Huda recommends using 2 fingers length worth of the product. I've used approximately that of the Tatcha. Again, it's not on it on Sephora's website, so I couldn't do it. Step 2, apply Easy Blur with a base brush to effortlessly blend and buff into the skin, and then set with Easy Bake, which I picked up as well. So it's a serum-like foundation that is formulated with 1.5% skin smoothing niacinamide for pore blurring silica for the most natural airbrush finish. This is not a filter. It's a weightless real-life filter foundation that's ultra blurring and smoothing for an easy airbrush finish with a medium to buildable coverage for foolproof seamless application. Huda worked on over 100 renditions to create the most lightweight, ultra-blurring foundation. Easy Blur's formula is comfortable on the skin, blendable and easy to apply. Available in 29 shades for a seamless filtered finish. Making it so easy to have the most seamless complexion. Why we're obsessed. Infused with 1.5% niacinamide. Fragrance and alcohol-free, non-comedogenic 12-hour long wear. 95% agreed they gave their skin a filtered finish. This is based on an independent consumer testing panel of 54 people with different skin tones and types. Let's see how we go. Okay, it says to shake. That looks like it might be a little bit pale, but let's see. Give it a good shake. So it's a little bit runny. You can see it just coming down now. That looks quite yellowish. I'm using the newer Revlon foundation brush. This is a nice dense brush, and I love how it applies foundation. Like, favourite foundation brush I've ever used, I think. Okay, so this is a first impressions, obviously, for me today. Normally I'll sort of stamp and then buff, but I think this does like a buffing from straight away. So I have little bits of texture here. It's very fine, not that you'll see it. these are the areas here, and I will go and film in natural sun after this has all been applied so we can see. It's sort of, let's just keep going before I think of anything first. So recently I've noticed in my lines here, I don't do Botox for no other reason than I just haven't yet. I eventually will, but I don't want to put Botox in my forehead until I get for starters, until when I choose to, I really need a blef, and there is concerns around how heavy my eyelids are, that if I have Botox, it'll make this sagging more. I look tired enough as it is at the moment. But let's see. That's sort of how I can tell what a foundation is doing, is in particular how it settles in there for me, because whilst I have crow's feet, they're not too bad. This is looking really nice. It has pulled, this is 50 grams as well, not your standard, oh no, 150 OG. That's why it pulls a bit warm, because it is a golden undertone. I did that deliberately. It's sitting nice on the face. It's covering up everything. It is, at the very, very least, a medium coverage. I've got to get that treated too sometime. Get rid of my barnacle, but I didn't want to have scarring before the wedding, and then I'm about to start a new job, so I've got timing is everything. Okay, don't forget to cover your ears and blend down your neck. If you wear your hair pulled back and you don't take your makeup out onto your ears, that'll be a dead giveaway a lot of the time where your makeup finishes, because we lose heat at our ears and our ears will go pinky red. Right, so my skin was very, very hydrated this morning, and what I will say is you need to make sure you are hydrated, because I think that this would have the possibility of running a little bit, make your skin look a little bit dry. Going in now with the Natasha Denona HY-Glam Concealer. And speaking of Natasha Denona, we are in now. Plan was to do a full face of new products, wasn't it? We're in week 5 of my Natasha order with nowhere to be seen. Near $200 worth of product. The warmer palette and the mini rose, which I ordered well over a month ago now. And Natasha Denona's customer service has gone radio silent, not answering my emails. They said we have shipped the product and shipped it that day, which was over a week after I ordered it, and then closed the case and have not come back to me on any further emails, because the carrier that it went with when it came to Australia handed over to a local carrier, and that was ePost Global that handed it over. And do you think I can find who the local carrier is? I have emailed both Natasha Denona and ePost Global trying to find out who the local carrier is so I can track it from my end. I have tried Aramex, Toll, Australia Post. I've tried that tracking number and everything, cannot find it. She's missing. That was going to be the eyeshadow palette for my daughter's wedding for her to use. That was a colour story she wanted. Had I have just waited and ordered it when it was released in Australia 2-3 weeks later, I would have had it now for a few weeks. Oh, the irony, hey. And any exclusives, any new releases that she's releasing from her website, I will not be getting. I also, at the moment, will be removing my affiliation code that I've got from any videos moving forward, because why would I bother? This looks flawless. I've still got the slightest little bit of texture there, but we haven't set it yet. Okay, so we will go in and set with the powder. I have got the shade Pound Cake. Do you know, I am so late to the party on Huda Beauty because I know why. I've not picked up this powder before. I'm not adverse to scented powders, but her original faux filter, the square bottled foundation, which I've got, it's so expired. The scent of that is super, super strong, as is this powder, which is why I have not picked it up before, because it's just so strong. But it says to do with it, let's have at it. So I've never used this before either. Interestingly enough, or maybe not interestingly enough to you. Did you release an unscented one? Because it's the scent. The scent, the scent, the scent. That's my issue that I have with this. I'm going to be fine. I'll get used to it. I know it's not that big a deal, except that it is for some people. If I had to pick one powder that I really love, like one loose powder, for me it's the Nakia Joy powder. I love it. I know this is more finely milled than that, but hers is scented, but it's scented, it's a vanilla scent, and she has, for the people that do not like scent, she has released a scent-free one. I don't know, does Huda have, someone let me know, because in the comments, does Huda have a scent-free one, and should I have just ordered that instead? Did I overlook it? I mean, she's looking blurred. Not going to argue against that. She's looking real blurred. She's also looking a little bit like super thick, super matte, because I haven't used my normal illuminating primer underneath this, which normally helps with a glow coming through. What I'm going to do, just dust off the excess. I'm going to add some hydration to that now. And melt this in. Okay, so I have sprayed setting spray and just fanned that down to dry. Other than this tiny little patch here, which you can't see, and it's my most texturized part of my skin, like it stands out to me because I'm looking in a magnifying mirror and can see it. If I go to I'm just going to flip that over. Okay, so I've got rid of the magnifying mirror and I'm just looking in a normal mirror now. My skin looks like a completely blank canvas. Like, you cannot see any of my lines on my forehead. You can, I mean, even when I smile, my smile lines, my crow's feet look diminished. I can still see a little crease that I get there. Go back to the super magnifying mirror now. She's looking pretty flawless. It's a blank canvas for me to start on. So I'm going to go and do the rest of my makeup, get dressed for work, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with the finished look. At the moment, my skin looks pretty darn amazing. She does look blurred. She does look pretty flawless. Like, it's not, I mean, I think I've got a little bit sitting in there. That's standard, but the rest of my face looks pretty flawless. I will check in, hopefully check in, remember to film throughout the day. I'll come back at the end of the day with some final thoughts on the wear test for it. So I will see you soon. Okay, so I'm sitting in my car doing a first check-in. I've had this on for about an hour. The glow is from my highlighter, but let's get up close. You can see here is where tiniest little bit of texture there. I always have that. This is in natural light. There's a bit of sunlight coming. It's looking pretty flawless. I will say it feels quite heavy on my face. I don't think that it's super lightweight feeling. You can really feel that you've got product on. It's not weightless by any means, but I like how it looks. I'm just concerned it's going to dry out my face, so we'll check in later. Okay, I am checking in. I've done obviously when I first got to work, I did the video that has just gone in there. And I am about to put in another because here it looks okay, but let's have a look. Have a look at how my skin looks. I was really well hydrated this morning. My skin is stock standard normal. I've zoomed right in. It is looking a hot mess. Look at that. It's really worn off there. Let's have a look. Look here. Look here. Look at the texture showing. Now, as I said, I didn't look at it. As I said, I didn't use a blur primer because Sephora didn't have it, and I'm not on the PR list, so didn't get it. Looks good here, yeah. Doesn't look good in what I showed you. It does not look good close up. I'm showing a lot. That being said, I am going to give it another go. I have got another full face of makeup. I want to do some makeup in the next few weeks. I will give it a wear test further to see how it looks, but at the moment it's looked pretty good all day. It's the last hour or so that this has happened and I look super dry, but it looks okay from afar, but it is far from good. Also, while I've got you here, obviously what I said earlier on, still waiting. Look what just arrived this afternoon. No announcement, chucked on my doorstep. I've got to wear this more. This was just an initial wear test. I loved how it looked this morning. It has left me super dry at the end of the day. So that's where it is at the moment. Let me try it with an illuminating primer underneath in the next few weeks, because I am going to do a full face of newer products, and we'll see how we go from there. But for now, it is okay for about 8 hours. Once we get beyond that point, even with a super hydrated face, bearing in mind I do not refresh throughout the course of the day, I have not touched up at all. Bearing in mind my skin is stock standard normal. I was super hydrated. I may have used, it could be the powder. Like, it could be the powder. Maybe the powder's dried me out. I will play with this a bit more and I will update you in a few weeks. Keep an eye out next month to see how that has gone. But for now, that is it, my friends. Until next time, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends. This product is designed for people with super hydrated skin, have a few fine lines in that. If you are on the drier side, this is not for you at all. I'll see you next time. Hey, bye.